Have you ever wondered how to stay strong and resilient during the toughest challenges life throws your way? It's a question that many of us grapple with, especially when faced with moments of pain, uncertainty, and overwhelming difficulty. Life is full of challenges, and at times it can feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, making it hard to see the way forward. We all go through struggles, whether it's dealing with personal loss, facing health battles, experiencing financial hardships, or navigating difficult relationships. These moments can often leave us feeling defeated, lost, or uncertain about how to move forward. But what if I told you that even in the midst of our biggest challenges, there is strength to be found, and that through resilience we have the power to not only survive but to thrive? Life is full of challenges. Everyone faces hardships that can sometimes feel overwhelming and directionless. However, in the midst of these challenges, we can find strength and resilience to push forward, and often our biggest difficulties provide opportunities for growth and transformation. Resilience is not about avoiding adversity, but about how we choose to face it. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from our failures, and to rise again when life knocks us down. It's the inner strength that allows us to keep moving forward despite the obstacles in our path. While it may seem hard to see the silver lining when things are tough, embracing resilience helps us find that light and gives us the strength to persevere. The trials we face in life, no matter how difficult, can serve as stepping stones that help us grow, evolve, and become more capable of facing future challenges with confidence. In this video, we will explore how to find resilience in life's greatest challenges and how to face adversity without being defeated. We'll look at the ways in which resilience can be developed, how it can be a tool for personal growth, and how we can use our struggles as a means of transformation. The goal is to inspire you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to build strength, character, and a deeper sense of purpose. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding difficulties, it comes from embracing them, learning from them, and using them to propel us forward in life. Whether you're dealing with a tough situation right now, or you want to be better prepared for the inevitable challenges that life will bring, this video will give you the tools and mindset to stay strong and resilient when you need it the most. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on how to face challenges and develop resilience in life. By subscribing, you'll gain access to more insights, strategies, and stories that can help you navigate life's challenges with a resilient mindset. Don't let life's hardships define you. Use them to shape you into a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Resilience doesn't come from outside sources, but from within ourselves. When we face difficulties, it's our belief in ourselves and our ability to overcome that becomes the key factor in staying strong. It's easy to look for external sources of strength, whether it's from other people, circumstances, or even material possessions, but true resilience comes from tapping into an internal source of strength. When the world around us feels uncertain, or when life challenges us in ways we didn't anticipate, it is our own inner strength, belief, and motivation that allows us to rise above adversity and keep moving forward. The power to persevere and overcome lies within each of us, waiting to be tapped into when we need it most. It's not always easy, but when we understand that resilience is a skill we can develop from within, it becomes much easier to face life's trials with confidence and determination. There are several key elements that build resilience, and each of them plays a vital role in helping us navigate life's challenges. One of the most important elements is belief in oneself and the ability to change. When we believe in our ability to change, to grow, and to adapt, we give ourselves the power to overcome obstacles. A key aspect of resilience is understanding that we are not stuck in our current situation. No matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, we always have the ability to change, to learn, and to improve. Belief in oneself is not about arrogance or thinking we can do everything on our own. It's about having faith in our capacity to grow and change through our experiences. When we have this belief, we become more open to new solutions, more willing to face challenges head-on, and more determined to learn from each experience. Another critical element of resilience is a sense of control and commitment to long-term goals. When we face adversity, it's easy to feel like everything is out of our control, like we're at the mercy of our circumstances. However, resilience comes from recognizing the areas in which we can take control, even if it's just a small part of the situation. Focusing on the things we can control gives us a sense of agency, which in turn fuels our resilience. It's important to understand that while we can't control every aspect of life, we can control how we respond to it. By staying committed to our long-term goals, even when faced with setbacks, we create a sense of purpose that propels us forward. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure, it's about maintaining focus on our larger vision and moving toward that goal one step at a time, even in the face of difficulties. Learning from failure and drawing lessons from adversity is another key component of resilience. Failure is often seen as a negative experience, something to be avoided or feared. But true resilience comes from the ability to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Every failure, no matter how painful, carries with it valuable lessons. These lessons help us grow, improve, and prepare for future challenges. The key is not to let failure define us or stop us in our tracks. Instead, we must learn from it, reflect on what went wrong, and use that knowledge to move forward. Resilience is about bouncing back from failure, not allowing it to keep us down. It's about recognizing that failure is a natural part of life, and that the most successful people are often those who have failed the most, but have used those failures to fuel their growth. Think about times when you've overcome difficulties in the past, whether in work, family, or major life events. What did you learn each time, and how did you become stronger? Reflecting on our past challenges is a powerful way to recognize our own resilience. In those moments when we thought we couldn't go on, we found the strength to keep moving forward. Think back to a time when you were faced with a difficult decision or a personal loss. How did you handle it? What strategies did you use to cope, and how did you emerge stronger on the other side? It's easy to forget how much we've already overcome, but when we pause and reflect, we can see the growth and strength that we've gained through those experiences. Perhaps there was a time when you lost a job, faced financial difficulty, or experienced a personal relationship crisis. In those moments, it might have seemed like everything was falling apart. But looking back, you can see how those challenges forced you to grow, adapt, and develop new skills. The resilience you demonstrated during those times didn't just help you survive, it helped you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared for future challenges. Personal challenges often force us to tap into strengths and abilities we didn't know we had. For example, I think about a time when I was faced with a significant personal loss. It was a difficult and emotional time, and I felt completely overwhelmed. But as I worked through the pain, I found that I had a deeper capacity for resilience than I had ever realized. I had to dig deep within myself to find the strength to move forward. But in doing so, I learned that resilience is not just about pushing through pain, it's about embracing the growth that comes from that pain. It's about learning how to live differently, how to adapt, and how to find meaning even in the midst of hardship. It's through these challenges that we build the internal strength that will help us face whatever comes next. Another example comes from a time when I faced a major professional setback. I had worked tirelessly on a project, pouring my heart and soul into it only to see it fail. It was disheartening, and I questioned my abilities. But instead of letting that failure define me, I chose to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. I took the lessons from that experience about perseverance, about asking for help, about knowing when to pivot, and used them to approach future projects with a new mindset. I learned that failure is not an end, but a chance to reframe, adjust, and move forward with more knowledge and confidence. That experience became a turning point in my professional life as I learned how to develop resilience by not letting failure hold me back. Resilience doesn't come from never facing adversity, it comes from how we respond to adversity. It's about how we turn the challenges we face into opportunities for growth. Every person has the capacity to develop resilience, and we all have the strength within us to face whatever comes our way. The key is to believe in yourself, stay committed to your long-term goals, learn from your failures and keep moving forward. Every challenge you overcome, no matter how small, builds your resilience and prepares you for the next. By focusing on these internal sources of strength and motivation, we can develop the resilience needed to face life's greatest challenges with confidence and grace. Remember, the next time you face difficulty, it's not a sign that you're weak, it's an opportunity for you to build strength, resilience, and growth. When we face difficulties, instead of seeing them as setbacks, we can turn them into opportunities for growth. Challenges help us realize our ability to push past limits and discover strengths we didn't know we had. Life often tests us in ways we never expect, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed when we encounter adversity. It's natural to see challenges as obstacles, things that hold us back or stand in our way. But what if instead of seeing them as barriers, we saw them as stepping stones, opportunities to grow, learn, and become better versions of ourselves? When we shift our perspective and view challenges as opportunities for personal growth, we unlock the potential to transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. Personal growth through resilience is about more than just bouncing back from difficult situations. It's about using those situations to expand our capabilities, deepen our understanding, and strengthen our character. Resilience teaches us that hardship doesn't have to defeat us. Instead, it can push us to go beyond what we thought were our limits. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to grow in ways we didn't foresee. For example, when faced with an unexpected challenge such as a health issue, a financial setback, or a loss, we might initially feel fear, frustration, or sadness. But over time, these challenges can help us develop valuable life skills and insights. In the process of overcoming adversity, we gain new strengths, perspectives, and a deeper sense of who we are. Rather than being defined by our hardships, we are shaped by how we respond to them, and in doing so, we grow stronger. Challenges help us develop patience and creativity. Often when we are faced with a problem, the initial response is to want to find a solution quickly, to push through the discomfort and get to the other side as fast as possible. But true growth often comes from the willingness to wait, to be patient, and to give ourselves the time and space to process and solve the issue at hand. Patience is an essential skill that we develop through adversity. When we have no choice but to endure a difficult situation, we learn to trust in the process, even when the outcome is uncertain. Over time, patience becomes a valuable tool in dealing with life's ups and downs, helping us stay calm and composed when things don't go according to plan. Creativity also thrives in the face of challenges. When we're forced to think outside the box to solve a problem or navigate a difficult situation, we tap into our creative abilities. Resilience challenges us to look for solutions in places we may not have considered before. It encourages us to try new approaches, to think critically, and to adapt when things don't go as planned. The ability to innovate and adapt during difficult times is a direct result of the resilience we build as we face and overcome challenges. Whether we are faced with a work-related challenge, a personal struggle, or a community issue, creativity allows us to turn obstacles into opportunities for innovation and growth. Through these challenges, we not only develop resilience, but also discover new ways of thinking and problem-solving that help us in all areas of life. One of the most significant benefits of resilience is that it improves our problem-solving skills and the ability to handle stress. Every challenge we face forces us to look at things differently and consider different solutions. Resilience helps us approach problems with a clear mind, even in the midst of stress. Rather than being overwhelmed by the situation, we learn how to break down complex issues into manageable pieces and deal with them one step at a time. This ability to stay calm and think critically under pressure is a skill that can be applied to every area of life, from personal relationships to professional challenges. Over time, the more resilient we become, the better we get at handling stress and finding solutions to difficult problems. Resilience also helps us grow in our ability to handle stress in a healthy way. Life is full of stress, and learning how to manage it is crucial for our mental and emotional well-being. When we face challenges, we develop coping strategies that help us deal with stress more effectively. We learn to ask for help when we need it, to take time for self-care, and to find healthy ways to cope with pressure. Through resilience, we discover how to remain calm and centered even when life feels overwhelming. By developing these coping mechanisms, we not only grow stronger, but also become more equipped to handle future challenges with confidence and clarity. Perhaps one of the most profound outcomes of overcoming challenges is the discovery of a deeper purpose and meaning in life. Adversity often forces us to confront the things that matter most to us, helping us clarify our values and priorities. When we face a difficult situation, it often brings us closer to understanding what we truly care about and what gives our life meaning. Through hardship, we find new purpose, new motivations, and new clarity about our direction in life. Challenges push us to reevaluate our goals and our dreams, and sometimes they lead us to discover new passions or callings that we never anticipated. For instance, someone who has overcome a serious illness might find new meaning in life through helping others who are going through similar experiences. A person who has lost a job might discover a new career path or entrepreneurial spirit that they never considered before. Through resilience, we not only survive our challenges, but use them to propel us toward a life that is more aligned with our true purpose and passions. You've likely heard stories of people who found their strength in the most difficult times, such as those who overcame illness, loss, or failure, and how those challenges helped them discover new passions and life purposes. Take, for example, the story of someone who has battled a chronic illness. What may start as an experience of pain and suffering could later become a journey of self-discovery, where they find new purpose in advocating for others or supporting research. The experience of overcoming such a challenge often ignites a passion for helping others in similar situations. Similarly, someone who has lost a loved one may experience profound grief, but through that grief, they may eventually find strength and purpose in sharing their story with others, offering comfort to those who are mourning and raising awareness about causes related to their loved one's life. These individuals did not allow their hardships to define them negatively, but used their struggles as a springboard for personal growth and transformation. Another powerful example of how challenges drive personal development can be seen in the lives of entrepreneurs. Many successful entrepreneurs have faced failure, financial ruin, and personal loss before finding success. What sets them apart is their resilience. They view failure not as the end, but as a lesson, a stepping stone on their journey. Through every setback, they learned something valuable that contributed to their eventual success. These challenges didn't stop them. Instead, they fueled their growth and success. The process of overcoming adversity gave them the strength, creativity, and problem-solving skills necessary to thrive in their businesses and lives. In conclusion, challenges, when viewed through the lens of resilience, become opportunities for personal growth. Rather than allowing hardship to defeat us, we can use it as a tool for discovering new strengths, building patience and creativity, improving problem-solving skills, and finding deeper purpose in life. Resilience allows us to face adversity head-on and transform it into a powerful force for positive change. Every challenge we face, no matter how difficult, carries with it the potential for growth, and when we choose to embrace that potential, we unlock our true capacity for transformation. So the next time life throws a challenge your way, remember that it's not a roadblock, it's an opportunity for you to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. While challenges are inevitable in life, we can apply certain strategies to stay resilient and keep going despite the difficulties. Life is unpredictable, and hardships will arise unexpectedly. Whether it's a personal loss, a financial crisis, health problems, or career setbacks, we all face times when it feels like the world is against us. However, resilience doesn't simply mean enduring these difficulties, but rather overcoming them with strength, courage, and growth. It is possible to maintain resilience through difficult times by adopting strategies that help us stay grounded, focused, and motivated to move forward. In the face of adversity, it's essential to have tools and methods in place that will allow us to stay mentally, emotionally, and spiritually strong. One of the first and most important strategies for maintaining resilience is to build support from family, friends, and community. In times of hardship, it's easy to feel isolated and alone, but no one should have to face challenges by themselves. Having a strong support system is crucial for emotional and mental well-being. Surrounding ourselves with people who care, understand, and support us provides a safety net during times of difficulty. Family and friends can offer practical help, emotional comfort, or simply a listening ear. Sometimes just knowing that someone is there to support you makes all the difference in maintaining your resilience. Connecting with your community, whether it's a faith group, a support group, or even colleagues who understand what you're going through, can also provide a sense of belonging and encouragement. When we lean on others, we allow ourselves to receive the help we need, whether it's in the form of advice, comfort, or a reminder that we're not alone in our struggles. Another key strategy to maintaining resilience is keeping a long-term vision and reminding yourself why you started. When we are in the midst of a challenge, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the immediate difficulties and lose sight of the bigger picture. Whether it's a career goal, a personal dream, or a vision for our future, keeping our long-term goals in mind helps us stay focused and motivated. Reminding ourselves why we began the journey in the first place can reignite the passion and determination needed to keep moving forward. When the obstacles seem insurmountable, remembering the reasons we are pursuing something can give us the strength to continue. This long-term vision serves as a guiding light that helps us navigate through the darkest times. It provides direction and purpose when everything else feels uncertain. When you feel like giving up, reflecting on your initial motivation can give you the clarity you need to press on. Practicing self-care and prioritizing mental health is another critical component in maintaining resilience. During difficult times, it's easy to neglect our physical and mental well-being as we focus on the challenges at hand. However, taking care of ourselves is essential to building and maintaining resilience. Self-care involves not only physical health, such as getting enough rest, eating well, and exercising, but also mental and emotional health, which includes taking time for relaxation, pursuing hobbies, and setting boundaries to avoid burnout. Prioritizing mental health means acknowledging our emotions, allowing ourselves to feel, and then finding healthy ways to cope. Whether it's through mindfulness, meditation, therapy, or simply taking a break, self-care replenishes our energy and gives us the strength to face difficulties head-on. When we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped to handle challenges and show up as our best selves for others as well. Resilience doesn't just come from pushing through difficulties, it also comes from taking the necessary steps to maintain our well-being. Seeking inspiration from those who have overcome challenges is another strategy that can help maintain resilience. Sometimes when we are faced with our own difficulties, it's hard to see beyond the pain. However, hearing stories of others who have faced similar or even greater challenges and have come out stronger on the other side can offer hope and motivation. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our struggles and that it's possible to overcome adversity. Whether it's reading about the experiences of others, listening to motivational speakers, or connecting with individuals who have triumphed over hardship, their resilience can inspire us to keep going. When we seek inspiration from those who have persevered, we find that it strengthens our resolve to face our own challenges. It's a reminder that no matter how tough the situation may seem, resilience is within us and we have the ability to rise above the circumstances. When facing a major setback, you might feel isolated. The world can feel like it's closing in on you, and it's easy to think that no one understands what you're going through. But by connecting with loved ones or seeking inspiration from others, you'll find that you're not alone, and you can keep moving forward. Isolation often leads to negative thinking and a sense of hopelessness. When we share our struggles with others, we open the door to support guidance and reassurance. People who care about us can offer perspectives we might not have considered, remind us of our strengths, and help us find solutions we might not have thought of. Whether it's a friend, family member, or even a therapist, reaching out for support can be a powerful tool for maintaining resilience. Even if we don't have all the answers or a solution to the problem, simply knowing that we are supported can help us regain our strength and move forward. There are countless examples of individuals who have maintained their resilience through seemingly insurmountable odds. Think of the stories of people who have survived severe illness, personal loss, or traumatic experiences. Take someone like Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, but came out of that experience with a message of peace and reconciliation. He used his hardship as a foundation for personal growth and a vision for a better world. Or consider Malala Yousafzai, who survived a brutal attack by the Taliban for advocating girls' education and went on to become a global symbol of resilience, courage, and the power of education. These individuals didn't just survive their hardships, they transformed them into powerful messages of hope, strength, and positive change. Their stories inspire us because they demonstrate that resilience isn't just about enduring difficult circumstances. It's about using those circumstances as a platform for personal growth, for discovering new strength, and for making a difference in the world. In conclusion, maintaining resilience through hardship requires intentional strategies, including building support from those around us, keeping a long-term vision, practicing self-care, and seeking inspiration from others who have overcome their own challenges. Life's difficulties are inevitable, but we have the power to choose how we respond to them. By applying these strategies, we not only survive but thrive, finding strength, purpose, and growth in even the most difficult times. When we feel defeated, we can reach out for help. Remember our goals, take care of ourselves, and draw inspiration from those who have faced adversity with grace and resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about learning how to move forward with strength and courage no matter what life throws our way. In summary, through 3 ways of finding resilience in life's greatest challenges: discovering resilience from within, using challenges as opportunities for personal growth, and applying strategies to maintain resilience, we see that challenges are not what break us, but what allow us to become stronger and more steadfast. Resilience is not an inherent trait we're born with, but rather a skill we develop over time, often through the trials and hardships we face. It's about recognizing the strength we have within viewing challenges as chances to grow and using strategies to keep moving forward no matter the obstacles. Each of these aspects helps us build a strong foundation, and when faced with life's inevitable challenges, we can stand firm with the belief that we're capable of overcoming anything. If you're facing a great challenge in life, don't worry. These struggles are opportunities for you to grow and develop. Trust that you can overcome them and become more resilient. Resilience is not something that comes naturally, it's a skill that can be learned and developed through every challenge you face. When you encounter obstacles, remember that you have the power to tap into your inner strength to transform those challenges into opportunities for personal growth and to use the strategies available to keep moving forward. The path may be difficult, but each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming more resilient and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and know that you are capable of handling anything life throws at you. Your struggles are not here to define you, but to shape you into a stronger and more capable version of yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on how to face challenges and develop resilience in life. By subscribing, you'll have access to valuable insights and strategies that can help you overcome life's challenges and continue growing in resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, but with the right mindset and tools, you can face anything with confidence. Stay connected, stay strong, and remember that resilience is a skill you can continuously nurture and develop. Keep going and know that your best self is waiting on the other side of these challenges.